We are just about 10 miles south of downtown. You get a look inside NRG Stadium in Houston, the home of the Texans. So what lies in store for these teams this season? The talking's done. We're about to find out. It's week 1, and off we go on EA Sports. Here's 1st and 10.
Oh, right. 19 Texas.
First carry for Joe Mixon. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one.
When we met with these coaches during the week, Mike, they told us the emphasis this week about getting the run game going early. And we see it here. Nice first play pickup. Fresh set of downs.
Hey, south.
On 1st down, they keep it on the ground, and they keep it with Mixon. And they get this one across midfield to the 47-yard line.
Starting to see it back right now, Mike, that's finding his way with this defense. Back-to-back big gains. Have to see, do they just continue to ride the hot hand, or do they start putting the ball in the air?
They'll run on 1st down with Mixon. He'll work his way ahead for a gain of about 4.
Here we go.
Here's 2nd and 6. They'll go play action with Stroud. He'll get rid of it and complete it. And he's out of bounds all the way inside the 15-yard line. It is a big-time play for Houston. And even 30 yards. On the move at the 14-yard line, it's 1st and 10. In motion now, it's Collins. He's trying to get around the corner, but can't. Going to be run down behind the line. A completion, yes. A loss of yardage, yes as well.
Oh, right.
Last play went the wrong way. It sets up 2nd and long. It's 2nd down and 12. From the gun, here's Stroud. A throw over the middle, and they can't connect. It's incomplete. John Mechie was the intended target. 3rd down coming up.
They let a golden opportunity slip away on that one. That's the matchup that they wanted. They just couldn't quite capitalize on it.
7th play of this opening drive, and here's 3rd down. From the shotgun, C.J. Stroud. Taking off, he'll try to get there.
And that's a great job defensively here on 3rd down. Not only taking away all the options down the field through the air, but when the quarterback decides to turn into a runner himself, they're able to converge and make the play and keep him short of the 1st down.
Fairbairn's kick is good. And the Texans will take a 3-0 lead.
You know, they did a lot of good things on this opening drive, Mike. I know they stalled out once they got down there into the red zone. They're going to need to work on finishing some of these drives as this game moves along. But that's a good 3 points to start this game.
And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down.
He decides to go with the safe throw and throws it well short of the sticks. And at this level, Mike, you just can't miss layups like that.
Here's a run with the rookie from Ohio State. And he will not be able to get free, picking up only a yard. Now, it's third down. In motion is Myers. On third down, they'll set up to throw. And that is incomplete.
This offense has to find a way to be better on first and second down, Mike. Living in these third and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. They'll come up first and 10 at the 40.
All right.
Throwing is Stroud. This one intercepted. That's the linebacker, Chris Barnes.
I know it doesn't seem like a ton of yards on top of that pick, but that was really well done. I mean, it's just going to make life so much easier now as the offense takes the field, trying to capitalize off of that turnover.
Now, faking the give. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And they're going to move this ball inside the 25-yard line.
This is a tale as old as time, Mike. It seems that anytime a team forces a takeaway, fumble, or interception, the ensuing drive starts with a shot, a deep play in the air to try to seize on some of that momentum. We just saw a great example of it here.
He'll struggle to get back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe he gets a yard out of that one. It's second down. He'll get this out wide. Third and a yard. He'll try to get this one on the ground. Oh, he won't get there. Looking for a cutback lane. It never opened up. And now it's fourth down. Carlson's kick is good. And the Raiders will tie the game at 3 apiece.
And that's really well done here, Mike. I mean, everything's in rhythm. A good snap, a good hold, and a good kick ties this game.
And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. Set to go now on first and 10. They'll begin on the ground, and here's Mixon. And a nice run. Get him about 9. It'll bring up second down. 2nd and a yard.
All right.
Again, they'll give it to Mixon. And he'll be marked down at the 45-yard line.
2nd and short. Normally, this is a great time, Mike, to put the ball in the air and try to press the ball downfield. But in this case, they keep it on the ground. Has a similar effect. They pick up a good gain and a first down.
Out of the gun, here's a give to Mixon. And he'll take this forward for about 3. It's 2nd down.
Here we go. Hey, uno.
Here's Stroud. He'll tuck it and take off.
That's a smart play. 2nd down, don't force it if it's not there. He's able to tuck it, pick up some extra yards, and set up a more manageable 3rd down.
Now a 3rd and 2. To throw, it's Stroud. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down.
He's usually such a reliable target in the passing game, Mike. We just don't see him struggle to come down with catches like that all too often. And when you're one of the go-to guys on your team, I know the hit's coming, but guess what? It feels a lot better after you take that hit after a catch than it does after a drop. And this is the danger of trying these long field goals. Remember, Mike, if you miss, the other team gets the ball at the spot of the kick. So it's going to end up setting them up for great field position as they start this next drive.
They'll begin here on the ground. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
When you go out and invest in a young guy like this to be part of your backfield's future, you got to find ways to get him involved early, and I think here's a case of doing just that.
Now a 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. They'll stay on the ground. And nothing on that one, back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it.
Coming off that edge, Mike, you have to quickly determine, is this a pass or is it a run? And once he realized it was a run, he's able to shed his blocker, make the play, no gain.
Looking to throw here on 2nd and 10. That's caught. It's the tight end, Brock Bowers. And they'll move this ball way down into the red zone, inside the 20-yard line.
These crossing concepts are frequently used, Mike, throughout the entire game, all across the league. And what it does is it creates a lot of natural rubs. You run out the backside of the defense and rely heavily on the yards after the catch, and it's exactly how they're able to pick up this big game.
Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. They'll try to hit him with a screen. And they'll work this close to a 1st down, maybe just a tad short. Here's 3rd and 2. He'll drop to throw. That's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Divine Diablo. And the Texans will take over at their own 15.
I'm not going to sit here, Mike, and say there's ever a good time to throw a red zone interception, but in this case, it's the first half. You have the rest of the game to get yourself back down here in the red zone and make up for that miscue, because next time they get down here, they got to be a lot more careful when they decide to air it out.
So they come to the line for 1st down and 10.
Here we go.
Stroud to throw. A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up second down.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming, and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
Here's a give up the middle to Mixon. And he's going to be very close to a first down. That's a good run there. Maybe just a couple of feet short. (3-3) our score. 2 minutes to go in this first half. Greg and I back from Houston in a moment. They'll look to pick this up, 3rd and a yard.
Ow, listen up. No.
The Texans going to go ahead and use their first timeout here. They'll try and run for this with Mixon. Now the Raiders going to use the first of their timeouts. So on 4th down, on comes Tommy Townsend to punt for Houston. And that's a nice job of getting to him, making sure that return was not going anywhere. He fumbled the football. And fortunately, one of his teammates there to save him. He'll wind up getting enough to pick up the first down. A gain of 15 and a first down. He'll look to throw. They'll try to set up the screen here. He's across midfield. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. Now timeout Vegas. That is their second. And they'll have a chance to talk things over after picking up that first down. Now they'll set up to throw. And they're going to get to him and take him down, taken back to the other side of midfield. Back to throw. Throwing it right into the hands of his running back. Oh, yeah. Well, they'll get some of the sack yardage back, but it's still going to leave them with 3rd down. Now the Raiders going to use their 3rd and final timeout. Clock will stop with 33 seconds to go until halftime. They're going to try to pick this up on 3rd and 8. They'll look to throw. He'll take a shot here, back of the end zone. And this is too far over the end line. It's incomplete. On now, Daniel Carlson to try the field goal. This will be from 56 yards away. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Raiders get 3 here late in the first half to take the lead. They didn't leave much time on the clock to put together a drive here at the end of the first half. And the kickoff's coming their way. This one will be taken in the end zone. No run back forthcoming. And the ball coming out to the 30-yard line. They'll come up here, 1st and 10.
11. On the quick, right?
On play action, Stroud. Now a deep ball here for Collins. That is knocked away, incomplete. Good coverage there defensively, all over him. And it'll be 2nd down.
So as halftime looms, Mike, they have to find a way to capitalize on this drive right here and make sure they end the half with some sort of points. Now, that incompletion, not ideal, but at the very least, it stops the clock. Catch your breath, get back in the huddle, and this next play, it's got to be a gotta-have-it best play call.
That's over the middle and caught by Collins. They'll mark him down up at the 44-yard line.
Zone route running, Mike, is very simple. Once you come off the line of scrimmage after the ball is snapped and you know it's zone coverage, as long as it's sort of in the area the quarterback expects you to be, my rule was just run where they're not, and when he throws it, catch it.
Now some movement up front, flags down, mistake-filled first half continues.
Why Tony? Here we go. Hey, Uno Mars. Hey.
Now Stroud. Now a loose football. I believe the Texans got this one back. They did, and they will keep possession. So we've reached halftime here on NFL Kickoff Weekend as we get you to Orlando. Say hello to my old pal, Jonathan Coachman, with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Coach, thanks. This one's still anyone's game. We'll see who can come out with the hot hand in this second half. About to get started. First half played out a bit as we expected. We'll see if there's a surprise coming up. Both teams set to go, and the second half is underway. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. The third quarter begins with a run. A gain of 4 as he's taken down. Here's a 2nd and 6. Blitz coming. He'll throw it. That's a short one. Caught by Bowers. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play, and it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest, and that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
They'll work now on 2nd and 4. Gonna get that complete. Jacoby Myers. And they'll move this ball way down into the red zone, inside the 20-yard line.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone, and this is where you have to finish drives.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. That's to the right side, and caught by Bowers. And the Raiders are going to be set up. First and goal, he's out of bounds at the 6-yard line. Here's a run. And this one blown up. Good surge and drop him. A loss on the play, back to the 9-yard line. That's to the end zone, but they can't connect. It's incomplete.
This is a pass that just needs to be completed, Mike. The opportunity was there. His guy was open. They ran out of room a little bit there on the sideline. Couldn't quite get the ball up and down fast enough and ends up being thrown out of bounds.
They'll run. And he's going nowhere on this one. Met and dropped behind the line, and now it is 4th and goal.
A bit of a curious call there, Mike, on 3rd and goal. From this far out, you thought they would have turned to their passing game. They tried to catch the defense sleeping and keep it on the ground. Great job by the defense being ready for everything. Not only do they stop them, they take them back for a loss.
On now, Daniel Carlson to try the field goal. This, about as short as you can get. Three for 3 in the game, as this one is also good. And the Raiders will extend their 3rd quarter lead.
Yeah, he does a nice job handling that kick there, but I think offensively, you come back to the sideline and you're thinking, we have to find a way to finish these drives. I mean, to be in 1st and goal and settle for 3, that can be very deflating for an offense settling for too many field goals.
First and 10.
Oh, Eric.
Now Mixon. Oh! Inside the 35. And he is gone. 70 yards. Touchdown, Houston. Now Kaimi Fairbairn on for the extra point. The kick is good. And the Texans have taken the lead by a point here in the 3rd. And so after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn to kick it up. On the return, it is Trey Tucker. Now, on the return, he has lost the football. And it's recovered by one of his teammates. And he'll be out of bounds on the return. And the drive will begin there.
Let's go.
On play action, he'll set up to throw. Throwing right, it's taken in.
Seemed like the receiver, Mike, ran through like 5 different open zones, but once he found the one that he liked, where the quarterback was expecting him, you see him do a nice job throttling down, secures the catch, and he's able to pick up a nice gain.
And he'll take this one forward for about 3, and that's a first down.
It's possible they could have tried to be a little bit more aggressive on 2nd down, knowing they had 3rd and inches in their back pocket. But I don't think anyone's going to complain. Pick up the first down, extend the drive, see if you can go score.
And they bring him down, but not until he crosses midfield.
It's not just the blockers creating yards for him out there. He created most of that yardage on his own, shrugging off the initial tackle attempt and continuing to rumble downfield.
Right back to him on first down. And this time they are ready for him. Thrown for a loss. And it's 2nd down.
The speed and the get-off by the big interior defensive tackle, Mike. I mean, he got through there so fast, he almost took the handoff himself.
Now this time they'll look to throw. Just trying to avoid the rush there. He's hit as he threw, and the pass is incomplete.
For the most part, he's been very accurate with the ball. I mean, he's completing over 60% of his passes, but because they haven't been able to get any big explosive plays, continue to push the ball downfield, hasn't really translated on the scoreboard just yet.
3rd and long. Here's the toss as they look to run. And it'll be brought down as we tick towards the end of this 3rd quarter. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL on EA Sports. The Raiders have their punt team out there. They'll be forced to punt, trailing here in the 4th quarter. And no chance of a run back here. This one's going to sail out of bounds. This drive starts at the 21. It's 1st and 10.
Two-J.
From the gun, here's Stroud. The pressure, too much, and he goes down.
They just have to be better on 1st down. They've got to find a way to continue to operate ahead of the sticks, and I don't mind throwing it on 1st down. That is the best down in football to attempt a pass, but if they don't protect the passer, none of it's going to matter.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long.
South.
From the shotgun, C.J. Stroud. Pass caught. It's John Mechie. Well, they'll get some of the sack yardage back, but it's still going to leave them with 3rd down.
Well, it goes without saying. You want to play wide receiver in the NFL, Mike. How well can you change directions? How fast can you get your body from one direction to another? And when you can cut like this guy, I'm not sure how you guard him.
From the gun here on 3rd down, it's Stroud. And a good short tackle right there. It stops him a good distance short of the marker. It sets up 4th down. And he's going to be hit and dropped right away. That's great coverage there. Winds up with nothing on the return. Right away, they'll set up to throw. Carrying that ball loosely, and it is out. The Texans have it.
Something these running back coaches preach all the time, Mike, is you can't sacrifice the ball. Additional yardage, and I think we had a case of that going here. I love the effort. I love the fight, but it can't come at the expense of the ball. Everything in football is about protecting the ball itself, and in this case, just a little bit too loose with it. They're able to pop it loose, and that's a big turnover.
They'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. They're trying to burn some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And that'll be a gain of 2 and a 1st down.
This is a situation that play callers love to be in, Mike. They have all their options on the table. 2nd and short, play action pass. You can run. In this case, they choose to keep it on the ground, play it safe, pick up the first down.
And a strong first down run, a pickup of 9, setting up second and short. They'll run with Mixon. And he's going to go backwards, taken down at the 6.
You know, at this point, the defense has to sell out and stop the run. You know exactly what the offense is trying to get accomplished by keeping the ball on the ground. But now the question remains, are they willing to take some risk here and put the ball in the air on third down? Or do they play it safe and keep running the clock by keeping the ball on the ground?
Stroud. And he'll just have to throw this one away. There was nowhere to go downfield. And now it's going to bring up a 4th down.
Here's the quarterback doing everything in his power to extend this play, and none of his guys could get open. You got to see someone separate, work with your quarterback, go into scramble second reaction mode, and let's also give some credit to the back end doing a nice job plastering with their assignment, and he had no choice but to throw it away. It's always a little bit of a letdown, Mike. You find yourself deep in the red zone and you have to settle for a short field goal like that. In this case, he's able to put it through, and they get 3.
From the 6, here comes a return. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. This is 1st and 10.
Let's go now.
The drive will start on the ground. He'll be taken down after a gain of 2. So 2 minutes left to play in the second half. Greg and I back for the conclusion in a moment. Here's 2nd down. They'll drop to throw. Looking middle, and he's got Myers. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. To the air now on 1st and 10. He's got it downfield. Myers the connection. A gain there of 27 yards.
And now, after that catch, they've got a chance here late, Mike. They've got enough time to try to move this thing down. I think they can win the game on this possession.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. That's to his big tight end, Gesicki. He is in. Mike Gesicki. Touchdown, Raiders. It felt like they needed a touchdown. Greg, in the worst way, after getting those early field goals to find the end zone. Big boost for this offense.
And it felt like they really needed it. As you said, Mike, to come away with 3 previous drives ending in field goals and not being able to cross it over the goal line for 6, it starts to wear on you as an offense. You start having a little doubt saying, hey, can we finish any of these drives? Now they finally do. And we can expect this to kind of start to roll throughout the rest of this game.
That's going to be incomplete. That would have been a tough grab. The collision jarred it loose. The try for 2 is unsuccessful. So now playing with the lead after that 4th quarter touchdown. Time to kick it back the other way. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. Here's 1st and 10.
Here we go. Hey.
Throwing is Stroud. They try to work the screen with Mixon. Good hustle by the defense. They beat the offensive lineman to the blocks there. No gain on that screen pass.
It's a really good job defensively. The key is you don't want your defensive linemen to overcommit to rushing the passer, and you don't want your linebackers in secondary dropping too deep defending the pass. In this case, all 3 levels played disciplined, good football with good vision. That's why they're able to stop him for no gain. The game is there for the taking. They control their own destiny, but this brings up a really big 3rd down here. But remember, they don't have to force it and push the ball past the sticks. Even if they come up short, they still have 4th down in their back pocket to try to extend this drive and see if they can pull out the win here late.
This is a tough spot. 3rd down and 10. Back to throw. Stroud. That is incomplete. And here we go. They're down to what could be their final play. It's 4th down.
They desperately needed that one, Mike. Down here late, they've only got a few remaining snaps to go, and it puts all of the pressure of the game now on 4th down. Let's see what play call they have in a gotta-have-it situation. And right now, this quarterback needs to make his best throw in the biggest moment of the game.
And he's going to go down. The pressure, once again, too much. And that should wrap this one up. They'll turn and hand this one off. And he'll plow forward for a gain of 4 yards. Here's 2nd and 6. Back to the ground. He'll get it again. And this is going to be a touchdown. They are going to extend the lead here in the final minute of play.
And that's exactly how you stress all week, finishing a game. Get the ball and leave no doubt. But that late touchdown, Mike, that should all but just seal this victory away.
Down to the final few seconds of this one as the kick is away. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. Here's 1st down.
On the quick, right?
Here we go. One final play. Now a deep ball here for Collins. And the final throw of the game winds up incomplete, and that will do it. This one comes to an end. So this one, a win for the visiting Raiders. They move to 1-0, getting the victory to begin the new campaign. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. So long, everybody.